Hi, I'm Sammy. I am a PhD student in the final stages of completing my PhD across the University of Bath and the University of Exeter, which is focused on lifestyle factors and bipolar disorder. Before completing my PhD, I completed a Master's of Research in Health and Wellbeing, and I've got a background in sports sciences where I focus specifically on exercise science and exercise psychology and kind of physical activity and health behaviours for special populations.
And I'm Kim Wright. I'm a clinical psychologist by background. My research before and after my clinical training has been in the area of mood disorders, particularly bipolar. Now I'm working as a clinical academic at the University of Exeter, where I'm involved in teaching and clinical training and also research. As well, I co-lead a small NHS psychological therapy service based at the university.
It's well known that people with serious mental illness have poor physical health outcomes in comparison to the general population. So what we're doing is we're interested in looking at the role of outdoor blue space to see if and how it benefits the lives of people with serious mental illness. As we know, blue space can be beneficial for physical and mental health in the general population. However, very little is known about how blue spaces could be helpful to people with serious mental health conditions, such as bipolar disorder and schizophrenia.
And in our project, I think it's important to know that we're not making strong assumptions about how these blue spaces, like rivers, canals, coastal areas, will affect people. But instead, we're looking at people's lived experience of being in these spaces.
So what we'll be doing is we'll be conducting interviews with approximately 20 individuals with serious mental illnesses, specifically bipolar and psychosis, where we'll be asking them about their own personal experiences of blue space and how the use of blue space positively affects their health and well-being in terms of both physical and mental health. And yeah, by blue space, we mean outdoor natural blue space, such as seas, rivers and lakes. We will also look at the potential barriers that these individuals face to accessing blue space. And the idea is to use individuals' responses to develop a framework of ideas as to how blue spaces could specifically benefit people with serious mental illness.
And throughout the project, we're working closely with people who have lived experience of bipolar and psychosis at all the different stages, so that we can have the best chance of the project working well and being relevant to people and therefore having the best impact.
Yeah, so we have a really great multidisciplinary project team with fantastic expertise across all areas. And our hope is that this research will result in further funding applications and research in this area, which might help us to create effective interventions in the future that can be successfully implemented. Our aim for this project is to publish our findings both inside and outside academia, so through academic journals, and also to present these at academic conferences. But in addition, we want to communicate our findings using social media platforms such as YouTube and share them with pre-existing organisations and charities. And importantly, our pathways to impact will be informed by individuals with lived experiences of bipolar and psychosis.
And in terms of what this might lead to, we're going in with an open mind about how blue spaces might support people with psychosis or bipolar. If our interviews do suggest that blue space can be helpful, I suppose there are various ways that blue space could be used to help people. So it might be at a local planning level, that it could be in terms of how spaces are designed or promoted, or how access is arranged to them. It could be that there could be things that could be done at a public health level, like national campaigns or messaging around the use of nature and its benefits on well-being. Also, it could be that there could be interventions at a more individual level, like social prescription of blue space, or including blue space into pre-existing therapies or interventions. But we don't want to impose any of these solutions on individuals or on society. So as part of the interview, we're going to be looking at barriers and facilitators to blue space.